A phone for the TikTok generation. That's what I kept hearing last week at IFA when I got an early hands-on with the Huawei Nova 10 and Nova 10 Pro. And because I'm an old man, that didn't exactly get me super excited for these new handsets from Huawei. But then at the Huawei keynote, I heard this.
I can say this is the world best front camera phone. Best front camera phone.
Consider my interest piqued. First off, let's get the non-camera stuff out of the way. The Huawei Nova 10 is 6.67 inches in the hand. It has a 2652 by 1200 resolution display with a dynamic 120Hz refresh rate, meaning it can scale its frame rate depending on what you're doing to save battery life. The 10 Pro has the same display specs, although it's slightly bigger at 6.78 inches. All of this display tech is coupled with a dual stereo speaker system on both phones, making for a decent viewing and gaming experience. The Nova 10 and Nova 10 Pro come in both silver and black, so take your pick. The camera module is housed in what Huawei is calling the Star Orbit Ring, which is incredibly eye-catching, and honestly, I can't decide if I like it or not. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. A mid-range Snapdragon 778G chipset powers both phones with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage in tow. Now, obviously this is a pre-release model of the phone and software updates are expected, but it's worth noting that right now I am totally locked out of the phone. There's the on-off button does nothing. And so, yeah, a little bit buggy. I've had some apps crash on me. I've got stuck in a couple of places like this when I've been using the phone. And so, just something to bear in mind, I think, at this point. The phones have slightly different batteries, with the Nova 10 packing a 4000 mAh battery and the Nova 10 Pro boasting a 4500 mAh cell. Neither phone supports wireless charging, however the Pro does support an impressive 100 watt fast charging, while the normal Nova 10 is limited to a still impressive 66 watt charging. And both of those chargers come in the box with the phone, so bonus points for Huawei there. So pretty decent specs for these phones on paper, but now to that big claim from the start.
This is the world best front camera phone.
Both devices feature a 60 megapixel ultra-wide front-facing camera capable of 4K video capture, and that's exactly what you're watching right now. The Nova 10 Pro also features an extra 8 megapixel front-facing camera to get some better selfie snaps, and that's what you're seeing on the left side of the frame right now. But this is also a dual video mode that both phones feature, allowing you to record on the front-facing camera and the rear camera at the same time in several different configurations. Pretty neat. As well as recording on both the front and rear cameras at the same time, you can also record on both rear cameras at the same time, or both front-facing cameras at the same time, if for some reason you wanted to be this close to me. Now look, long gone are the days when having the biggest megapixel count on your phone meant that you had the best camera on your phone. Software, AI, and post-image processing all play into the quality of your smartphone camera, both from a user experience point of view and producing a pleasing image. The downside of the extra front-facing camera on the Nova 10 Pro is that pill-shaped hole you get in your display, which is much more distracting than you get on the regular hole punch of the normal Nova 10. The rear cameras on both devices are the same, with a 50 megapixel f1.8 main, an 8 megapixel f2.2 ultra-wide, and 2 megapixel f2.4 depth sensor for macro shots. Of course, there is no Google Play Store support on Huawei's devices, but with the app gallery coming a hell of a long way in the past couple of years and Petal Search making it easy for you to find APKs and download any apps that might be missing from the app gallery, you really shouldn't be missing too many of your essentials. However, in a phone that's designed for the TikTok generation, one major letdown here is of course that these new Huawei devices are 4G only. It's rare to see a phone release in 2022 without 5G capability, but of course Huawei are still unable to make 5G capable phones. Hopefully that will change in the near future, but for now, we're stuck on 4G on a handset designed for a generation that's all about connectivity. In the UK, the Nova 10 will cost you $429.99, and the Nova 10 Pro will cost you $629.99, and will apparently release in the coming months, although we don't have a firm release date yet. We have no word on other regions' release schedules yet either, or pricing. That pricing though does put the Nova 10 series in heated competition with the likes of the Samsung A53 5G and the Google Pixel phones. However, if you like the design and you're in a region where you can actually get it, then it might be worth keeping an eye out for the Nova 10 series. Thanks for watching our brief hands-on with the Nova 10 and Nova 10 Pro. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of Huawei's latest devices. And remember to subscribe to Tech Radar here on YouTube so you don't miss any of our latest tech news and reviews.